Hot tapping part 2. Hot taping. Hot tapping is technique of attaching bolted or welded branch connecting to a pipe or equipment while it is in service. It is performed using specialized equipment for cutting a bore in a pipe. Hot taps or hot tapping is the ability/process to safely tie into a pressurized system, by drilling or cutting, while it is on stream/flow and under pressure. Penetration/access into a flowing line for purposes of connection or stoppling. Hot tapping is performed when LOTO procedure cannot be followed or shutting down of system or process is not a suitable choice. Hot tap is performed for obtaining new tie-in point, temporary or permanent bypass of a line, stoppling of a line or attaching a vent or instrument point on an equipment/line. Hot tapping. Related terms and components. In-service welding. Performing welding operations onto operating/running pipelines for maintenance purposes or to attach branch connections. Welding of any kind on a hydrocarbon line in service, e.g., bracing or hot tap connection. Stoppling. It is procedure for plugging/blocking pipes through hot tapped connection, usually to do maintenance on a section of line as changing damaged pipe or valve or permanent blinding of line. Stopple. A stopple is pipe plugging device, inserted through a hot tapped opening, while the line is pressurized. Lock O-ring flange and plug. This is a special flange and plug assembly designed to allow the recovery of the hot tap valve while the pipeline is under pressure. This is installed by hot tap machine. After its installation, valve is removed and permanent valve or blind flange is installed. Sandwich valve. Hot tap/sandwich valve is a gate valve used as a temporary valve for hot tapping. They are short width, short face-to-face dimension valves. These valves cannot be operated unless the pressure is equalized across the gate. Split T. A split T is a fitting with dimensions to fit around the pipe for hot tap activity. Split Ts are welding or bolting type. Stopple split T. A stopple split T is a fitting designed with dimensional requirements to suit the stopple plugging head. Weldelet is the type of fitting, welded on a main pipe to create a smaller size branch. Coupon, the cut portion of the pipe. The portion/section of pipe, cut by hole saw. Burn through, a hole produced through the root face, the pipe wall, or thickness of the base metal. In-service welding and hot tapping precautions. The following additional precautions shall apply to hot work permits for in-service welding or hot tapping. Preparation of a hot tap procedure including a complete design review and drawing review of the line to be welded. The calculation sheet shall be attached to the hot work permit. A field verification of minimum wall thickness and pipe conditions shall be conducted. Welding on wall thickness less than 0.64 cm, 0.25 inches, shall not be allowed. No welding on pressurized lines with zero flow rates. A minimum flow rate shall be calculated and included in the hot tap procedure. The rating of the hot tap machine and any involved fitting/component shall be greater than the maximum operating pressure of the line. A field travel distance check shall be made prior to beginning the hot tap. No welding on compressed air lines from a lubricated compressor. No welding on lines containing greater than 23.5% oxygen, O2, or containing combustible mixture. Hot tap shall not be conducted for piping system operating at more than 310 degrees Celsius. Pneumatic testing of hot tap connections is not permitted. Safety requirements. All work shall be in strict compliance with GI 0002.100, Work Permit System. Area should be barricaded and signage should be posted. Personnel and equipment not directly involved with activity shall be kept at a safe distance outside the barricaded area. Safety meeting must be conducted and emergency action plan be discussed. All necessary arrangements for the job, i.e., location, excavation, scaffolding, pipe inspection, surface preparation, installation, welding and testing, should be as per SA standards and safety requirements. Proper safety and fire protection equipment in workable condition must be on job site. Care should be taken to vent any pressurized section of hot tapping machine and/or any other section of pipe/equipment. If potential exists for H2S and/or any other hydrocarbon or hazardous releases, all personnel involved shall be provided with appropriate breathing apparatus and continuous gas monitoring shall be conducted. When burn-through occur and fire start jetting from pipe, it should not be put off like an ordinary fire. Crew should know about proper action and instruction in such condition. General information. The chamber of the hot tap machine and valve shall be purged with nitrogen and discharged to a safe location after cutting the coupon, retracting the cutter and closing the tapping valve when any of the following exist. H2S concentration is greater than 10 ppm. Low wind conditions exist and a gas or liquid hydrocarbon release may create a hazard in the area or activate plant gas alarms. The work is in a confined area. The size of area to barricade will be determined by operation and loss prevention based on the size of the pipeline, the fluid being transported, and the operating pressure. Certified as a gas tester shall continuously monitor the work site for the presence of hydrocarbons and hazardous gases during the work activity using calibrated instruments and established gas testing procedures. The number of gas testing instruments and locations shall be included in the procedure. When welding on hydrocarbon lines, the fire watch personnel shall be clearly instructed that when a burn-through occurs and fire starts jetting from the pipe it should not be extinguished. This is particularly important if the hydrocarbon contains H2S. For such conditions, the action should be as per instructions of operations superintendent and he should immediately be notified to advise further action. After installation of the hot tap machine, a final leak test of the entire assembly shall be made with the hot tap valve in the open position. The test pressure shall be the expected line pressure during hot tapping plus 10%. Technician certification. Hot tap/stopple technician shall be certified by the hot tap and stopple equipment manufacturers or Saudi Aramco approved certifier. Hot tap/stopple crew shall have minimum of 1 certified technician to conduct the hot tap/stopple operation. Thank you for viewing. Click subscribe for me to create new content.